Hey guys, it's General Grievous here of the Factual Clone Wars, and today on this Facts Explained video, we're going to be talking about the top 10 lies on General Grievous' hero character in Star Wars Canon. And, we have to do this and break it down because, like I said, there's several lies about General Grievous' hero character in Star Wars Canon, primarily the Clone Wars. People used to try to say this, these lies, this evidence that prove that Grievous is an in quotation villain when Grievous is not even a villain. So, we're going to go ahead and break this down. But as you already know, GrievousIsAHero, Star Wars Clone Wars, never mentioned the Sith, and that has always been proven as a fact and not my opinion. So, and you already know that, but we have to break down the lies because people love lying on General Grievous' hero character in Star Wars Canon. Number 1, the Huck War never happened. The Huck War is from Star Wars Legends with the evil Legends Grievous. In the Clone Wars, Grievous' backstory was changed by George Lucas to make him a hero. And the Huck War was never there. It was replaced by the Kaleesh Slaughter, in which the Kaleesh Slaughter, where the Jedi killed Grievous' innocent Kaleesh people for no reason, making the hero hate the Jedi villains and want to kill them all for revenge, which is heroic and it's a fact. However, the lies of Wookieepedia claim the Huck War to be quote-unquote canon, which goes against the facts already laid down, which means the Huck War isn't canon. And like I always tell the truth in facts, people love lying on my name, trying to say the Kaleesh Slaughter never happened when the Kaleesh Slaughter is canon and already happened. Star Wars The Clone Wars lightsaber duels already confirms the Kaleesh Slaughter happened, which is still canon to Grievous' hero character in Star Wars The Clone Wars. You cannot change facts, in which we already talked about in another video, we'll link in the card now, that Dave Filoni's opinion cannot change facts. He's not George Lucas. George Lucas already laid down the facts. That's what the effing facts are. So again, trying to still say the Huck War in quotation happened, and those lines in the thing we're saying about the Hucks when GrievousIsAHero never mentioned the Hucks at all, and in the show where there's no Hucks, the Hucks don't even exist in the Clone Wars universe. The Jedi outright evilly slaughtered Grievous' heroic Kaleesh innocent people for no reason, making the hero Grievous upgrade his body to fight for the galaxy. That's just straight up facts. You cannot deny it. So I don't know why people love to continue to push this false narrative, thinking that canon the Clone Wars Grievous is some in quotation evil Legends Grievous. The Clone Wars heroic canon Grievous is not evil Legends Grievous. Stop it with this. They're saying there's hucking this nonsense. So that's number 1 of the lies on General Grievous' hero character that just got exposed because we only speak facts like the truth. Number 2, body upgrades. Several comics depict canon Grievous' heroic character in the Revenge of the Sith body style that claim to be quote-unquote 22 BBY in the beginning of the war or earlier. This is false, as General Grievous never had that Revenge of the Sith body until 20 BBY, where he changed into that body as the Clone Wars legacy depicts Grievous' hero getting an upgrade during the Utapau arc, which is true because prior to that, Grievous still had his original The Clone Wars body with 3 ultrasonic vocabularies on its base plate versus the 4 seen in the upgraded body season 7 of Revenge of the Sith in the Clone Wars. So again, all this nonsense, like I basically pointed out in the other video of the canon GrievousIsAHero who would never kill innocents. Grievous' body and Grievous never never had that body at all. So again, all this nonsense trying to say, the ADW4 thing is quote-unquote canon, or that non-canon where he tried to kill an in quotation innocent, that's not canon because GrievousIsAHero was never in that body. Same thing with that dumb Age of Republic saying it claimed after the layer of Grievous, where the stupid non-canon backstory was pushed further in there. That's not GrievousIsAHero because he wasn't in that body. So again, keep all this lying nonsense. Keep trying to say, that's canon GrievousIsAHero, the Revenge of the Sith. No, the Clone Wars canon GrievousIsAHero always had the 3 ultrasonic vocabulators on his mouth in the design from the show. That's not going to be Revenge of the Sith design until season 7. All the other comics, they show GrievousIsAHero in the same Clone Wars cartoon hero design. They never show him in the Revenge of the Sith, which means it's false, and either other statements proving it's false of Sheeta P class type B escort shuttles, like I said in the video, which you go check out. is no, that's never going to be there. GrievousIsAHero was never in that body until late 20 BBY. That's just straight up facts. That's lies trying to say that's quote unquote General Grievous' hero character from Star Wars: The Clone Wars Canon, which is false. So that's number 2 of the lies exposed on General Grievous' hero character. Number 3, Grievous never murdered children. Wookieepedia's lies even say Canon Grievous quote-unquote murdered children. This is false, as Grievous' heroic character never murdered children. The hero Grievous went after the evil younglings, and he wasn't even trying to kill them as he was focused on Ahsoka Tano. Again, this is why I don't understand where people always be coming up and using excuses in these dumb debates. Oh, Grievous quote-unquote murdered children. I'm sitting here looking at these clowns like, what the F are you talking about? General Grievous' heroic character never murdered children. Yes, he killed evil Padawans that were adults still trying to kill him, like Nidar. Oh, people are like, oh, but Nidar, yeah, Nidar was a former Padawan, but other evil Padawans that were trying to attack the hero Grievous. That's why you see the Padawan villain braids in the lair of Grievous. That's still not children. The Padawans are villains with the Jedi. Stop it trying to, we already just, stop. Padawans are still adults. As you've seen in episode 1 of Obi-Wan was an adult Padawan under Qui-Gon Jinn. Again, stop it. Grievous never murdered children. Yes, you saw in the heroic lair of Grievous with the Padawan embrace, but the Jedi villains are always trying to attack Grievous here. Listen to what these Jedi Padawan villains are saying, because they are trained in their villainous mind to murder the heroic Grievous. Listen to this right here from the Dar villain and the youngling villains in the explained video I already did.
Don't make me destroy you! Let me go after Grievous myself, Master.
Patience, Nadar. You may no longer be a Padawan, but you are not ready to take on Grievous.
Grievous is going to pay for this. I will destroy him.
With this lightsaber, I'm going to challenge Obi-Wan Kenobi to a duel and kill Grievous.
What?
This lightsaber, I'm going to challenge Obi-Wan Kenobi to a duel and kill Grievous.
What?
Kill Grievous.
You can't be serious!
So you just heard that. Again, stop it with the bullcrap. GrievousIsAHero never murdered children at all. So that's another lie that's been exposed by me, because I'm tired of these lies sitting here on GrievousIsAHero characters trying to make up stuff, and people can't even debate facts because they have no evidence saying Grievous is in quotation villain. He's not a villain. Get over it. Number 4, Grievous is not pathological. The Jedi did slaughter Grievous' Kaleesh people because there was no Huck from Legends in the Clone Wars Canon backstory, so Grievous is right and heroic for going after the villainous Jedi Order who are responsible for his people's death. Grievous is not delusional at all, as he's not Legends Grievous. Again, this goes back to number 1 of the whole entire Huck war versus the Kaleesh slaughter. The Kaleesh slaughter is canon. Why in the world would Grievous sit here and be like, oh, I'm so-called pathological because I don't know? No, Grievous knows who killed his innocent people. The Jedi, Grievous was there. He saw and witnessed it and went through what the Jedi villains did. So all this nonsense of trying to sit here and say, oh, well, Grievous is in quotation pathological. No, Grievous is not pathological. The Jedi are not no heroes. Grievous knows who the villains are, who the Jedi are, who slaughtered his people. There's no Huck. So again, if you ever sit here and say GrievousIsAHero is some sort of pathological, you an effing retarded clown, because that never happened. Grievous is not pathological. That's just a straight up lie. So that's another lie exposed by General GrievousIsAHero, the factual Clone Wars, who's always going to keep speaking facts and truth about General Grievous' heroic character in Star Wars canon. Number 5, random onslaughts in General Grievous' heroic campaigns. Grievous didn't commit random onslaughts as the biased Wookieepedia claims, and StarWars.com formerly claimed that GrievousIsAHero was quote-unquote committing onslaughts in war crimes, even though war crimes don't exist, and it was hidden from separatist citizens. That is false, as the separatist citizens knew Grievous' heroic actions were heroic, as he is the face of the separatists, the face face of good. And that is another thing when people always try to say, oh, well, he was just killing it, or all this nonsense, or just random onslaughts, and the separatists, they don't know what Grievous here. No, the separatists know Grievous' heroic actions. They know his heroic actions in every episode of the Clone Wars, and now there's off-screen stuff. So again, he's the face of the Seps, he's the face of good. So I don't understand where in these, that's straight up lies again, saying he's doing random onslaughts trying to make Grievous' heroic character look like some quote-unquote villain when he's not even a villain. Again, you're trying to use nonsense to try to make Grievous' heroic character look a quote-unquote villain when it doesn't exist. Again, that is a straight-up lie, and it's false. That never happened. Grievous only did heroic actions in the show, and the Separatists knew what they were doing and supporting the right good doer, General Grievous. So again, that's stop the lies and stop bringing up nonsense and try to use that as quote-unquote evidence to prove Grievous an in-quotation villain, because you're making stuff up to try to make his heroic character an in-quotation villain when that never happened in canon. So that's another lie exposed. Number 6, Grievous isn't a warlord as a cyborg. While General Grievous was a Kaleesh warlord of Kalee in his original Kaleesh body, he wasn't a warlord as a cyborg hero during Star Wars The Clone Wars. However, the lies of Wookieepedia continue to say Grievous was a in-quotation warlord as a cyborg, when Grievous himself never claimed to be a warlord as a cyborg, fighting for the galaxy and the heroic confederacy of independent systems, as well as he never acted like one, because he wasn't out to conquer planets and rule them, as he only cared about conquering planets to gain them from the heroic separatist cause. In fact, the only time Grievous ever mentioned himself being a warlord was in Star Wars The Clone Wars lightsaber duels, but he only referred to himself as a warlord of Kalee, but not as a heroic cyborg of the separatists, proving once again Grievous isn't a warlord in his cybernetic body, fighting against the pure evil Jedi. And yeah, that's just the facts again, destroying the lies, because again, Grievous never is a warlord. He doesn't even act like one. He's not out here like Megatron from Transformers, like I have to take over and rule this world. Like you never see Grievous Hero in Star Wars The Clone Wars or any other comics like, I'm going to sit on here and build me a throne and I'm going to rule this world and I'm going to conquer this world and I'm going to come back. No, he's getting planets for the heroic separatist cause, like how the rebels conquer planets in Star Wars Empire War, when you have to conquer a system. Grievous is doing heroic acts like that. He's taking over planets for the heroic separatist cause to help them support the good guys. He's not sitting here like Megatron and Tambor, if you want to use a Star Wars example. He's not like Tambor where he must rule this world, like how Tambor tried to enslave and rule Ryloth. Only the quote-unquote Grievous that did that was, in quotation, Legends Grievous, who is non-canon and doesn't exist, where he did the whole Ugnaught thing and trying to build his own of the younglings, which is non-canon. So again, Grievous' heroic character is not a warlord. That's a lie. And as a warlord of Kalee when he was before his transformation to a cyborg hero, yeah, he was the warlord of Kalee fighting for his people, but when he became a cyborg, he's no longer a warlord. He's still doing heroic actions as a cyborg for the separatists and the galaxy. So again, that's another lie. So don't ever sit here and try to say, oh, Grievous' heroic character is some, in quotation, evil like some Megatron from Transformers or all these other warlords and stuff like that that don't even exist. Grievous' heroic character never did that. He's a hero fighting for the galaxy. You've never seen that. So that's another lie exposed by facts. Number 7, Grievous is not a power-hungry hero at all. As I already explained in another video, which you can go check out, Grievous isn't a power-hungry hero, this lie is so stupid because the Jedi villains are always lying, trying to say Grievous, a hero, is out for some conquest of power, and he wants power, and the power will only consume him, like the sinister Kit Fisto said. It's just a bunch of lies. The Jedi are pathetic villains and liars. They just love lying on Grievous' heroic character because, as I already explained previously in number 6, Grievous isn't a warlord. He's not out to conquest. He's not out to gain some ultimate power that he couldn't wield. He's not Starscream, as I explained in the other video, which I'm not going to stick on this topic too long. But again, Grievous, the only reason why he upgraded to become a cyborg hero was because of what the Jedi villains did by slaughtering his innocent people, which is why he chose to become more powerful as a cyborg hero to kill the Jedi villains. Like my boy Red Geist said, which I'm going to play for you right here, Grievous could have literally not done that, but he literally sacrificed himself, even though he chose. He literally sacrificed his body to become stronger hero to kill the Jedi villains for what they did. Listen to Red Geist right here.
I mean, that's pretty ballsy if you think about it, because he gave up his own humanity, or not really humanity, but Kalish-ness to become like a cyborg and to keep on fighting, against the Jedi. That's super like selfless if you think about it.
Yeah.
He transcended himself and he gave up like so many of his kind of like organic pleasures to just keep on like carrying on the fight against the Jedi and to get revenge for his people.
Yep, because he since he chose to upgrade himself as a cyborg, because he knew the improvements will also help fight and be a better killer of the Jedi. So that's why he decided to do that. And it was just like really like people just don't understand like all the stuff he had to go through.
And yeah, as you heard, I mean, come on now. Grievous is not no power hungry hero. He chose to become a heroic cyborg to kill the Jedi, to become stronger and powerful, to kill the Jedi for what? Slaughtering his innocent people during the Kalish slaughter. So that's another lie exposed. Stop it with the power hungry in quotation marks that don't even exist. Number 8, Grievous's pages on Wookieepedia. Wookieepedia's lies even further insult the Clone Wars Grievous on their Legends Grievous page, saying that the heroic Clone Wars Grievous is the same, in quotation, as the evil Legends Grievous, which is false. While Star Wars The Clone Wars is canon and Legends, Grievous's heroic character in The Clone Wars is not the same as the evil Legends Grievous, as backstories, personalities, and other things are not the same. Therefore, The Clone Wars Grievous is a hero, and he's not the evil Legends Grievous, despite Wookieepedia putting them together on the same page, which confuses fans. And this is another thing. People love to try to use this as quote-unquote evidence. They love using that lie as quote-unquote evidence to say Grievous is some in quotation villain. First of all, Legends Grievous, like we already explained before, is a different character than canon Grievous. The personality of a hero in the Clone Wars Grievous is not the same as the personality of a villain of Legends Grievous. So stop it. The actions are different, the backstories are different. There's so much more which you can go check out. The canon Grievous hero versus Legends Grievous. We'll link in the card right now. But again, they're not the same. So Wookieepedia putting them on there in the Clone Wars quote-unquote Legends timeline is on the same as the Legends Grievous is false. But again, this does not prove Grievous hero some in quotation film. That's false information. That's straight up lies. This is why we're exposing the lies, because again, it never was. And like I said, some idiot tried to take what I said before on a older video when I said Grievous is a hero in Star Wars Canon and Legends. They misspoke. Oh, you're talking about Legends Grievous. You're talking about Legends Grievous. I'm like, no, I never said Legends. You took what I said out of context. I said Grievous is here in Star Wars Canon of the Clone Wars and Star Wars Legends timeline of the Clone Wars, which is still canon to Grievous's heroic character in the Clone Wars. So again, don't ever take what I say out of context to try to flip it to make Legends Grievous and 2003 Grievous to look like some hero when they're not. Stop. Anyway, that's another lie exposed. Number 9, Grievous is an honorable hero. Wookieepedia of Lies also claims Grievous wasn't honorable and he rarely plays fair in quotations, which is false, as Grievous is an honorable hero in Star Wars canon as evidenced in the Clone Wars and several comics. Grievous usually tries to fight the evil Jedi one-on-one, proving he's an honorable hero during the capture of Eve Koth. Grievous hero never ordered his IG-100 Madguards to hit the sinister Jedi Eve Koth on the sides during the fight. The Madguards, however, intervened when the heroic cyborg was force pushed by Koth using Cruciform, wounding the hero as Koth played unfair, whereas Grievous didn't even cheat. The only time Grievous wasn't an honorable hero was during the Battle of Dathomir, due to Grievous's heroic goals of wiping out the entire evil Night Sisters, including Asajj Ventress, meant he had no time for games and only accepted the duel to toy with her her, but once he was no longer amused, he ordered his BT series Super Battle Droids to kill her. And yeah, this is another thing that, a lot of these idiots, and, that's another lie, and, that a lot of these idiots and people love to talk about in these dumb conversations, these dumb Star Wars YouTubers. He was never honorable. He was never honorable. He's not Legend Grievous, who was this so-called honorable warrior in 2003. No, shut the F up with that nonsense. Grievous was already an honorable hero in Star Wars The Clone Wars. He does not fight the Jedi villains with his droids unless he needs them. Yes, GrievousIsAHero always knows the Jedi villains have the Force, which is why he uses droids as a backup. As you've seen during the capture of Eve Koff, GrievousIsAHero was just fighting the villainous Koff while the Magna Guard heroes were trailing. As I already explained in that video, which you can go check that out. Grievous did not cheat during the capture of Eve Koff villain. You can go check that out. Even during the Malevolence, GrievousIsAHero, after the OB villain thing, he told the droids to stay here and watch and guard the hyperdrive as he will deal with his Jedi villain himself, and didn't even want the droids following him. The hero Grievous was fighting OB villain fine. Like I said, where is the evidence that he wasn't an honorable hero? Even in the Yoda comic, which I still have to talk about later, but even in there, when GrievousIsAHero fought the villainous Yoda, he didn't, in the upgraded body, he didn't, in 20 BBY, he didn't even have droids. He just do the villain one-on-one with one lightsaber. He didn't go all out on the villainous Yoda. And when the droids interfered, the hero Grievous got mad. He said, "Fools," because why? He was trying to have an honorable duel with the Grand Jedi Master that's doing all this evil stuff. So again, prove to me where he wasn't honorable, because there's no evidence except that one time on the Battle of Dathomir where the hero Grievous had a mission which was to what? Destroy all the evil Night Sisters. That's why he didn't care about it after he got his arm cut off. So get out of here with that bull crap. Anyway, that's another lie exposed. In number 10, the final one, Grievous is not cruel or malicious. Wookieepedia says Grievous is, in quotation, cruelty in several parts of their false article, as Grievous is not cruel. Yes, Grievous is a hero that makes villains like the Jedi suffer, but that's not cruel, as if it was, other heroes from Star Wars or other series would be, in quotation, cruel too, and that's not the case. And like I already said in another video about the Grievous' heroic actions of torturing Eve Koff is not evil, it's because I'm like, bro, you're trying to lie and sit here and say heroes that make villains suffer or quote-unquote villains. So when other heroes like Akano Himijima from High School DD or some other anime characters, or even in Star Wars of other heroes making villains suffer, are quote-unquote, I guess they're cruel too. I guess they're a villain too. Because like I said, you can't sit here and say that. So, like I said, when the Jedi are doing their evil stuff, yes, they're cruel because the Jedi are villains. Grievous is not a villain. Again, get this old nonsense of Grievous being some, in quotation, villain out of your head. Grievous is not cruel because he's making a villain suffer. Yes, heroes make villains suffer as well. So, again, stop it with the nonsense trying to say, oh, well, oh, no. Like, no, heroes make the villains suffer for what they did. So again, that's not cruel. That's only cruel if when you're a bad guy. So again, trying to sit here and say GrievousIsAHero some sort of cruel is just stupid. I guess Ratchet from Transformers making a Viacon suffer is quote unquote cruel, and for everybody, like, it's you can't. You just gotta stop on certain things, bro. You can't sit here and say that. That's just straight up lies. Grievous is not cruel or malicious. This is just straight up lies. Grievous is here, and that's a fact in Star Wars Canon. That's the truth, and that is the final lie exposed. And yeah, y'all, that's it. Just had to break down the top 10 lies on General Grievous' world character in Star Wars Canon. Like I said, because it needs to stop, it's going to stop, and the truth will get out there. Other people like me and other people in general are tired of the lies of Star Wars. We're tired of Dave Filoni. We're tired of nonsense on General Grievous' real character. We're tired of the lies trying to say Jedi and the Clone Wars are, in quotation, heroes. People are just tired of it. and we're tired of it. So we're going to expose the lies. And like I said, that's just top 10 lies. There's more lies I can even dive in. There's more lies that didn't even fit in this video. But that's for another day and another time. But anyway, guys, hope you guys like this one. Like, subscribe, share if you're new. Hope you guys are checking out the shorts as well. And you already know General Grievous here, the factual Clone Wars, this famous hero quote. I've been looking forward to meeting you. And always remember, I'm a hero. And all these lies on my hero character, I just can't even believe it. But I don't care. I don't pay attention because all I know is I'm a hero created by George Lucas and I do heroic actions. Have a good day, y'all. Always remember that Grievous is here. That's a fact and not an opinion. Keep it factual. Keep it real, y'all. I'm out.